Alrighty, spawning in the bottom right here for the Risen community. As the pink Protoss, we have McMichaelson on a 2-game streak here as well. Very nice play so far. And in the top left, spawning for PasT Gaming, we've got the green Zerg, Frostybear. He really needs to win here, otherwise we're going to match point. And then Foresight's going to have to go 4-0 in order to win the clan war, so I'll have to execute what's called a reverse all kill, which can be tricky, but it's possible. So cross spawns here. This definitely favors Zerg, I will say, but that also means, I mean, on a 4-player map, that a Zerg has to be much more aware of the map, because if he goes for a third base too soon, or he doesn't like check for pylons, then it can spell disaster for him. But we'll have to see what happens. Well, considering the map has the Zerg logo directly in the center of it, he might be right. This map just has all wide open spaces almost everywhere. It's a pretty good point. Little pathways behind to get into the extra bases here. So I'll probably hatch first here from Frosty. Normally you want to move out with your first drone down to the natural expansion at 175 minerals, and then you'll arrive just in time to build your hatchery. And we see a Nexus first here from McMichaelson. Wonder if he'll put down a gateway or a forge, or what his plans are. He's planning on doing a cannon rush, or if he just wants to tech right away. And it looks like he's going to tech right away. So this is a very strong opener. It's greedy. It's low on unit count, but you know, it's a very good build for Protoss. This is one of the strongest openers that you can do, if you survive the cheese that some people will throw at you. But so we got a gas coming down. Probably going to mine 100 and then pull off. That seems to be what a lot of people do. Just get some speedlings, you know, sort of pressure the Protoss. Keep them in 2 bases while you get your third up, drone it up, and get Hydras. Because most people will be making sentries. If you have a lot of lings, they'll see you'll bait out some force fields, and then they'll warp in more sentries, and then they decide from there. Usually, immortal sentry is the way to go. Just some predictions, that's all. So Probe's gonna get a scout here. See what's up. Not much yet, so. Alrighty, couple links coming out here. Gonna pressure away this probe. Maybe eventually kill it, but it sure takes a while. Shields always regenerate. Alright, looks like he's just gonna back off and lose the probe. This has been the death of me so many times in ladder. You like somehow your lings, they miss, or they like run away from the probe, and then suddenly there's a pylon here, and then they're warping in, and they're just walking right up into your base. It's not a position you want to be in. But oh, thank you for the follow, Leak23. Appreciate it. So we got a chrono boost on the cybernetics core. There's no warp gate at the moment. It's a little interesting. I think maybe he intended it to be used on this gateway, but he misclicked. Happens. Third base on the way for Frostybear. Looking for a more macro-oriented game. And actually, I think Frosty here's been getting some coaching lately, so he definitely needs a lot of speedlings, because he's got some zealots and a mothership core on the way here, and he wants to kill that third base, that's for sure. Let's see. Where does he micro attack move to? Right to the main base. Alright. So he's looking to kill him. Or at least do a lot of damage, or force Zerglings. Either way, he's going to have the ability to recall out here, so I don't expect McMichael to lose hardly anything in this. But my expectations might not be what actually happens. So we got a good surround here. Move command here from the Zealots. That is not what he wants. All the Zealots are going to fall. And this Queen here working down the Mothership core. But I think that's going to escape. So these Zerglings should really move across the map. Oh, he's going to get that probe. That is huge. No pylon was ever placed, so there was no warping capability. And I think actually McMichaelson, he was a little late on his gas, because when I said, oh, he chrono boosted the cyber core, he didn't even have the gas in order to build warp gate at the time. So anyway, we got Twilight Council robotics facility, probably going to be Immortal Sentry, especially if Frosty starts pressuring the front of the base. Then what will happen, what I said earlier will happen. He'll start warping in sentries, and then he'll pretty much be forced into an Immortal Sentry all in on 2 bases. Second gas going down. Overlord scouting these. If he knows anything about gas timings, which I think he does, then he'll understand what this means. He sees sentries, he sees 2 geysers. He can assume that there is also 2 geysers in the main. Speaking of which, he needs to move these down. But anyway, yeah, I mean, he should expect Immortal Sentry. But oddly enough, we have charge on the way, so I don't know. Maybe he's not going to favor the sentries as much, and he's going to go for Zealots to be more of a damage-dealing force field. Seems to be what he's planning. Couple more gateways. How many of those we got out now? We got 5, a couple more on the way. We're gonna have 7, so we got what, 7 gate plus Immortal. Actually, this might be a problem. Okay, he's making a warp prism, but this might be full walled. It might pop out here or here if he makes an Immortal, but I don't know. Production tab, sorry about that. So such a big map. He's gonna need Hydra speed, definitely. And he needs to get these bases connected, either through Overlords just spreading creep that way, or by creep tumors. Because otherwise he's just going to, McMichaelson's just going to be able to go between these 2 bases forever, and just be really annoying. Alright, we got a perfect scout here from Frosty. He sees this coming. Pylon's going to go down. That is really, really good. He needs to get over here and get this one too. So he's moving. Frosty's moving out on the map here. This is not the right call. He has to get back on creep. These Zerglings are all going to die. Oh, we got a move command. Like Michelson and the move commands today, in this game at least. We got a wasted time warp here. Very helpful. Bunch of stalkers getting warped in. Force fields are really the scary thing here. Okay, so he didn't end up trapping any of those roaches, which usually is some free kills for Protoss, but Frosty needs to stay on creep. Absolutely. He's risking it all by going up here. Though I will say the army supplies are pretty different. Oh, here we go, Hydralisk. Very crucial. Yes! That was very, very crucial. Now he just needs to take care of this pylon. So this is a pretty good engagement for Frosty if he gets his whole army. There we go. Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to kill that. GG. Really, Frosty just out-macroed him, I feel like. And the 3rd base of Frosty was never reduced, either. Usually you'd end up getting a few Zealots in there and you'd be able to slice at some drones and really reduce the economy of the Zerg player, but not in that case.